Thinking of packing up and moving? Well, before you do, you might want to rethink some destinations. Once thriving magnets for newcomers, these 10 states have seen their shine fade as Americans steer clear in 2025. Whether it's skyrocketing costs, lack of opportunities, or a quality of life that's taken a nosedive, these places are facing an exodus. From high taxes to crumbling infrastructure, these states just aren't cutting it anymore. So, before you make any big relocation plans, let's take a look at where people aren't going and why. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more engaging content. Let's get started. Number 10. Oregon. Oregon, once a haven for free-spirited transplants, has been steadily losing its appeal. Once known for its lush landscapes and progressive policies, the Beaver State has become a financial headache for many residents. The cost of living has skyrocketed, with Portland seeing housing prices surge 27% in just 3 years, pushing many would-be newcomers away. Crime rates have also been a concern, especially in urban areas. Portland, in particular, has faced a 65% increase in property crimes since 2020, leading to widespread concerns about public safety. The combination of rising homelessness and a lack of effective policy solutions has left many residents frustrated. On the job front, Oregon's unemployment rate hit 5.3% in 2024, ranking among the highest in the country. This, paired with a sluggish economy and strict business regulations, has pushed many professionals and businesses to greener pastures. The state's natural beauty is undeniable, but even that is under threat. Wildfires have become a major deterrent, with over 1.2 million acres burned in 2024 alone. The worsening air quality and frequent evacuations are making long-term residency less attractive. With taxes on the rise and infrastructure struggling to keep up with the state's growing needs, Oregon is quickly becoming a place many Americans are choosing to leave behind rather than move to. Number 9. Illinois. For years, Illinois has been bleeding residents, and in 2025, the trend shows no signs of stopping. High taxes are the number one culprit, with Illinois property taxes ranking second highest in the nation, averaging 2.23% of home value per year. For homeowners, that's a hefty price to pay. Chicago, once a bustling metropolis that attracted young professionals, has seen a shift. While the job market remains decent, increasing crime rates and political instability have made it a less desirable place to settle down. In 2024, the city reported a 35% increase in carjackings and a 17% rise in violent crime compared to pre-pandemic levels. The state's budget problems are another major red flag. Illinois carries over $140 billion in pension debt, leading to financial instability and constant threats of tax hikes. This economic uncertainty makes it hard for businesses to thrive, pushing many job seekers to consider more financially stable states. Weather isn't doing Illinois any favors, either. Brutal winters, unpredictable storms, and rising utility costs have made year-round living more challenging. The combination of frigid temperatures and high heating bills have sent many retirees looking south. With an exodus of both businesses and individuals, Illinois finds itself in a downward spiral, where fewer taxpayers are left to shoulder an ever-growing financial burden. Unsurprisingly, fewer Americans see it as their next home. Number 8. New York. For decades, New York was the dream destination, but in 2025, many Americans have reconsidered. The state's population decline has been among the steepest, with over 300,000 residents leaving between 2022 and 2024. What's causing the mass departure? First, the cost of living is simply unsustainable. New York City remains one of the most expensive places in the world, with median rent prices hitting $4,200 per month in 2025. Even outside the city, upstate areas struggle with high property taxes, making affordability a challenge across the board. Crime rates, while not at their historical peaks, continue to deter potential movers. The subway system, once a staple of daily life, has seen a 28% increase in violent incidents since 2023, raising concerns about public safety. Job seekers have also started looking elsewhere. While New York remains a global economic powerhouse, remote work has allowed many professionals to relocate to lower-cost states while still maintaining high-paying jobs. This shift is draining the state's workforce. Weather woes round out the list of deterrents. Harsh winters, aging infrastructure, and ongoing issues with congestion make everyday life difficult. When combined with sky-high taxes, it's clear why Americans are looking for alternatives. Number 7. California. Yes, California still boasts sun, sand, and Silicon Valley. But in 2025, fewer people are buying into the California dream. In the last 2 years, over 800,000 residents have left, making it one of the fastest declining states in the U.S. The cost of living is among the biggest factors. Home prices have skyrocketed, with the median price reaching $850,000 statewide, and some areas, like San Francisco, exceeding $1.3 million. Renters don't have it much easier, with average monthly rent sitting at a staggering $3,500 in major cities. Taxes aren't helping, either. With a top income tax rate of 13.3%, California has the highest personal income tax in the nation. And with rising property taxes and gas prices that often exceed $6 per gallon, the financial strain is pushing many to seek more affordable states. Then there's the housing crisis. Homelessness has surged, with more than 171,000 homeless individuals in the state, making it the highest in the country. Tent cities and growing encampments have become common sights in many urban areas. And let's not forget about the constant threat of natural disasters. Wildfires, droughts, and earthquakes remain persistent issues, with insurance rates climbing and companies pulling out of covering high-risk areas. California's appeal is steadily waning. Number 6. Louisiana. Louisiana, with its rich culture, jazz heritage, and world-famous cuisine, once lured newcomers with its southern charm. But in 2025, many Americans are skipping the Pelican State altogether. The state has struggled with economic stagnation, natural disasters, and rising crime rates, making it one of the least desirable places to relocate. One major issue is Louisiana's declining job market. The state's unemployment rate hit 5.8% in early 2025, one of the highest in the country. With fewer high-paying job opportunities and an over-reliance on the oil and gas industry, many young professionals are seeking employment elsewhere. Crime remains a serious deterrent, particularly in cities like New Orleans. In 2024, New Orleans was ranked as one of the most dangerous cities in the U.S., with violent crime rates soaring 30% above the national average. This reputation has made it a less appealing destination for families and retirees. Natural disasters are another factor driving people away. Louisiana experiences frequent hurricanes, floods, and extreme weather events, causing billions in damages annually. Hurricane season in 2024 alone resulted in over $20 billion in damages, leaving many residents unable to rebuild. Add to that poor infrastructure, underfunded public services, and high poverty rates. With 19.5% of the population living below the poverty line, Louisiana struggles to retain residents, let alone attract new ones. Number 5. Pennsylvania. Once a powerhouse of industry and manufacturing, Pennsylvania has become a state people are hesitant to move to in 2025. While it still boasts historic landmarks and a strong sports culture, economic uncertainty, high taxes, and infrastructure issues have made it a less attractive choice. Taxes are a primary concern. Pennsylvania has one of the highest state and local tax burdens in the U.S., with property taxes averaging 1.49% of home value, a rate that has steadily increased over the years. For homeowners, this means thousands of extra dollars in expenses annually. Pennsylvania's infrastructure is another growing problem. The state has over 3,000 structurally deficient bridges, and its roads have been ranked among the worst in the country. In 2024, Philadelphia saw a 20% increase in traffic congestion, frustrating commuters and lowering overall quality of life. The job market is also struggling. Once a hub for steel and manufacturing, Pennsylvania's industrial sector has been in decline for decades. Job growth has stagnated, and the state's unemployment rate sits at 5.2%, higher than the national average. Adding to the list of issues, rising crime rates in cities like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh have deterred potential movers. Philly reported a 15% increase in violent crime in 2024, and concerns over safety have led many families to reconsider moving there. Number 4. Michigan. Michigan, the home of the automotive industry and the Great Lakes, once attracted thousands of new residents. But in 2025, economic hardships, crime, and harsh winters have kept people away. The decline of Detroit continues to cast a shadow over the state. Despite efforts to revitalize the city, Detroit still faces one of the highest crime rates in the country, with violent crime 3.5 times higher than the national average. Many potential movers are choosing to live elsewhere due to these concerns. The job market remains unpredictable. While the auto industry has seen some resurgence, automation and outsourcing have led to significant layoffs. Michigan's unemployment rate hovers at 5.5%, with job growth lagging behind other states. Harsh winters are another deterrent. Michigan is known for heavy snowfall and sub-zero temperatures, making it a tough place to live, especially for retirees. Heating costs in the state have risen 15% since 2023, adding another financial burden to residents. To top it off, Michigan struggles with high insurance costs, particularly for auto insurance. Detroit drivers pay an average of $680 per year in car insurance, the highest in the country. Combined with high property taxes, Michigan's affordability is dwindling. Number 3. Mississippi. Mississippi, despite its southern charm and affordability, has struggled to attract new residents in 2025. High poverty rates, poor health care, and lack of job opportunities have made it one of the least desirable states to move to. One of the biggest problems is the economy. Mississippi has one of the lowest median household incomes in the country, at just $47,500, significantly below the national average. This has resulted in limited job opportunities and sluggish wage growth. Healthcare is another major issue. Mississippi ranks 50th in healthcare access and quality, meaning many residents struggle to find proper medical care. Rural hospitals have been closing at an alarming rate, with 6 hospitals shutting down in the last 3 years alone. Education struggles have also impacted the state's appeal. Mississippi ranks near the bottom in public school quality and graduation rates, making it an unattractive option for families with children. Schools remain underfunded, and test scores continue to lag behind national averages. While the cost of living remains low, high poverty rates, with 19.8% of the population living below the poverty line, and a lack of economic development have made Mississippi an unappealing place to settle. Number 2. West Virginia. West Virginia, known for its scenic beauty and outdoor recreation, is unfortunately one of the states Americans are avoiding in 2025. Economic struggles, population decline, and lack of modernization have held it back. The state has been experiencing a steady population decline for over a decade, with more people leaving than moving in. Young professionals, in particular, are fleeing due to a lack of job opportunities in technology and high-growth industries. The economy is overly reliant on coal, an industry that has been in decline. With renewable energy and automation on the rise, West Virginia's job market has failed to diversify. As a result, the state's unemployment rate remains at 6.1%, well above the national average. Healthcare access is another problem. Rural hospitals continue to shut down, leaving over 30% of West Virginians with limited healthcare options. This has contributed to poor public health outcomes, with the state ranking 47th in overall health rankings. Despite its natural beauty, West Virginia struggles with low wages, limited job opportunities, and poor infrastructure, making it a tough sell for potential new residents. Number 1. Alaska. Alaska, despite its breathtaking landscapes and adventurous appeal, tops the list as the state Americans are least likely to move to in 2025. The main reasons? Harsh climate, high costs, and isolation. Winters in Alaska are brutally cold, with temperatures regularly dropping below -30 degrees Fahrenheit. The long, dark winters take a toll on mental health, with seasonal depression affecting a large percentage of residents. Living costs are also high. Due to its remote location, Alaska has one of the highest costs of groceries and utilities in the U.S., with food prices averaging 40% higher than the national average. Job opportunities remain scarce outside of the oil industry. The state's unemployment rate sits at 6.4%, one of the highest in the country, making it tough for newcomers to find stable employment. Lastly, Alaska's remoteness is a challenge. Travel to and from the state is expensive, and many areas remain inaccessible for months due to weather conditions. The feeling of isolation makes it a difficult place for many to call home. Here are 5 practical tips to consider before moving to a declining state. Research the job market first. Many states with population decline have fewer job opportunities, so securing employment before moving can prevent financial struggles. Check the cost of living versus wages. Some states may have cheap housing but stagnant wages or high taxes. making it important to compare overall affordability. Consider infrastructure and services. Declining states often have underfunded public services, so look into healthcare, schools, and transportation before committing. Understand crime and safety trends. Population decline can sometimes lead to increased crime or reduced law enforcement, so researching neighborhood safety is crucial. Think about future resale value. If fewer people are moving in, home values may drop over time, so investing in real estate could be riskier in these states. So there you have it. 10 states Americans are no longer rushing to move to in 2025. Whether it's high taxes, crime, economic struggles, or harsh living conditions, these places are seeing more departures than arrivals. Would you move to any of these states? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on where to live or not live next.